Hello, everybody. Welcome to It's a Long Story. place where we roll dice, we tell stories, and we create magic in a fantasy world, in a fantasy land. Just zooming in on the fantasy part right now. Mm-hmm. It is a beautiful Wednesday with the Mongoose Crew. Everybody take a look at your camera, wave, and say hi.
Hello.
Hello. We're here. Welcome to the jungle. No.
You are.
I hate it.
Oh, yeah.
Right now.
Yeah. Cool. Welcome everybody. For those that have no idea what this is, hi. We're a D&D live stream that runs every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, having 5 campaigns, living, existing, breathing, running for their ding dong dang lives.
I'm safe.
Well, yeah. Sure. In the same homebrew world, the wonderful, beautiful world of Estera. So this is, I said at the beginning of this, welcome. As I said before, now I'm just going to double down because I think it's really funny. Welcome to the jungle.
Just really welcome.
Just welcome. We are simplifying things for the month of November. No real announcement stuff, so I'm just going to let you all know the kind of typical rundown. If you are wanting to support the channel, I'm getting a little echo from somebody. Yeah, so everybody mute for a second. If you're wanting to support the channel, the best way to do so is to like and subscribe where you are watching this. So whether that is on YouTube or Twitch or on Pirate Bay or Kazaa or Napster or any of the other sites.
We made it.
How old are you?
How old enough? Old enough to make those things. LimeWire,
Zanga.
I didn't break the law as a kid, so.
What I'm saying is, if you're watching this on your Zune, there's probably no buttons to press it. But also, how are you doing that? This is live. Maybe it's not for you, so there you go. But for those that are watching this live, if you're wanting to support the channel, best way to do is like and subscribe, please and thank you. Also, check out our Instagram and TikTok down below, where you can get some cool clips, some of our favorite moments. Kay has been hard at work, kind of like tying some very cool things together for the month of November. So you can check that out at itsalongstory_TTRPG. And if you want to like and follow on those things too, hey, thanks. Thank you so much, truly. I feel like that sounded really sarcastic. Thank you. I can't do it. Hold on. All right, Jamie, you do it.
Yeah,
give me a real thank you.
Thanks.
It's like Eldryn's thanks to Milo and Wilbur last week when she was like, "Thanks for that, guys. Thank you. I really appreciate it."
Hey y'all, if you're like watching right now and you like and comment, genuinely thank you. It helps the channel, it helps Joe, and it helps grow this whole crazy world of Estera.
That was great. So thank you so much, Mal. We're gonna Jane, we're gonna do that one more just for camera 2. Can you do just like a little kind of hand under the chin while you do it?
Hey everyone at home, if you're watching, thank you. Thank you for helping us grow this beautiful community of Estera. We'll see you next time.
How much like halfway through I could tell how awkward that was for you to do this having nothing underneath.
Some Jamie lore is I have no less than 3 childhood pictures of me with my hand with my fist on my chin like that. And they're some of my wife's favorite pictures of me. Like 7 and 8-year-old Jamie.
My husband has a picture where he has the jacket behind him, and he's
yes.
We will absolutely have all of these awesome pictures available for you all next week. Or we'll just sell them. Let's just sell them on YouTube.
Honestly, Jaren says if I can make money, I'll do whatever. So.
Yeah. All right. Sounds good.
I definitely have a photo of me with I'm back against the wall, one leg up with my alto saxophone.
Ooh, that's true. I love
slung around my neck. Yeah.
I have a picture of me with Simple Plan posters all behind me and a Simple Plan sweatshirt and a Simple Plan beanie with my arms crossed, looking so cool and emo.
It was not a phase.
All right, Miranda, you're up next. What's your favorite photo?
My favorite photo of me?
Mm-hmm.
I think my favorite photo of me. Oh boy. I don't have a favorite photo.
This is when you go, this one right here.
Oh,
I do, and I'll make sure that we'll have it ready next week. I can think of a couple.
Why?
Eh.
No. There's a photo of me from when I turned 16. My best friend got me handcuffs. So I'm in my teenage bedroom.
Okay, hold on. Time out. Just a small thing. That was not, hey, viewers, that was not the picture that I was talking about.
Yeah, Joe, you're so weird.
That transition was awful. Thank you, dear.
So crazy.
I love you personally, but
yeah, good. I'm glad you did. Kayla, favorite photo. Favorite photo as this intro just goes full off the rails.
We need to do this every time. A fun thing for our intro.
Yeah, I don't hate it.
I don't hate it.
You're muted.
You're muted. How embarrassing.
Cool. Thanks, Lorianne. I wore my Attack on Titan t-shirt for my senior photo, but a little bit of it was covered up by my hair, so it just said Attack on Tit.
Ladies and gentlemen, we may have a winner. That's beautiful. That is so good.
Thing in the world.
That's so good.
I need to see this photo. Can you post it in the Discord?
So cool being like, yeah, I'm wearing this kind of shirt for my senior picture.
Oh, that's great.
I love that.
All right,
Attack on
Kayla
Tit.
won. I think we can stop playing. She won.
Kayla
D&D.
won for sure. Yeah, Kayla won for sure.
I won D&D.
You won D&D, that's right. Because I have never taken a bad picture ever. I
have pictures of us from high school that I sent to you.
Stop it! Shut up! Shut your face! Shut up! Yeah, cool. Well, everybody, thanks for jumping in. I guess that was the intro. Before we jump into tonight, we do need to get a recap of where we left off with the crew. So, Lorianne, as always, please take it.
Yes. So, a lot happened last week. Pretty much because we were off for 4 weeks before that. So, the party appeared back in Melivis prison after going through his little puzzles, and finding that he is initially nowhere to be seen. So, with Saren's urging, Eldryn takes out his severed hand from her haversack, and he pops up. So we have a lot of arguments about whether or not he's going to get the hand right away, and Eldryn is very, very adamant that he does not get the hand until they've seen Volmos and Raylor, specifically Volmos, because he wasn't part of the hand deal. He was part of the puzzle deal. Anyway, so then Gwar proceeds to question Melivis to gain more insight about Tal and Melivis' own motives. He asks him things like about his first meeting with Tal, which leads us to learn that Melivis basically hints that if we go to North Imea, the further in we go, the more we might learn about the Living Lights and Tal as well. We're also given, Melivis tells us at the beginning that Tal was kind, intelligent, empathetic, but also cunning. Which makes for a very good cult leader. And we also learn a nugget of information that Melivis isn't quite sure how he and all these people have been enthralled by Tal, and we didn't let him know. And Brimhilda took a step into the shadows. So he's also asked questions about his future plans, and and Gwar tries to get him to align with us in this struggle against Tal. Really, at the end of the day, though, Melivis just wants to live. He just wants to live, not hurt his sister, and keep away from Tal and his sister rather than pursue vengeance. So Melivis is growing increasingly impatient for his severed hand, but Eldryn is very firm in her refusal, reiterating that she will not... God, I hate that it says this because you guys are going to go on the puns. She will not hand it over until they get Volmos. So... there's a lot of back and forth. It ends up with a compromise where Melivis says that Gwar can hold onto the hand, and then he opens 2 portals, one for Raylor and another for Volmos. So that then leads us into kind of a split thing where Saren and Huxley go in to try and rescue Raylor. They enter a dim room with very strange symbols or sigils on the ground, and with Raylor sitting chained at a desk. And writing, but without any focus. Saren tries to get him to recognize her, but he doesn't seem to be able to see her and doesn't respond. They basically have their own puzzle to solve, and over some time, Saren and Huxley determine that the symbols in the room need to be broken. So to make things more complicated, when Saren tried to unlock the chains on Raylor, they started to move around like a snake, and she had to fight it, while Huxley started to destroy the sigils in the order of that they decided on, which was spare the dying, warding bond, and dominate person. Huxley does reveal to Saren that once that sigil is broken, that it will probably latch onto either him or her, and he says that he'll stay behind and that Saren better come back and save him. So when Saren and Raylor are able to leave, Huxley is actually able to succeed in his wisdom saving throw, and he's not dominated by Grancelli, but it is clear that Grancelli knows that something happened and probably that we're here. Then Eldryn and Noros enter a prison-like cell to find Volmos, who is semi-corporeal, blind, and chained to the wall. He doesn't believe that Eldryn is who she says she is at first because of Grancelli's trickery. But she's able to, through Norris's nudging, recall past conversations that her and Volmos had, and mostly convince him that she is who she says she is. She's then scolded, her and Kanos, who pops in, for being reckless and going there when they're the future of Enoria. Kanos realizes that Volmos doesn't know that he's dead, or that he's dead. Volmos doesn't know that Kanos or Volmos are dead, it seems. And they kind of decide and agree not to tell him because they're trying to figure out how to get him home so that Eldryn can have him say goodbye to their family. But it becomes increasingly, what's the right word? It becomes evident that they can't break these chains themselves, so they need to get Brimhilda's help. She comes in with Gwar and notices some things very quickly that Eldryn didn't notice, and takes her aside and basically asks her, "Are you sure this is the Volmos that you were looking for?" Which leads Eldryn to ask him questions and leads her to find out that, oh, this is a third part of Volmos' severed soul. So, it's great, and she's really happy about finding that out. Really happily, she goes out and confronts Melavist and puts her trident against his neck and demands answers. Melavist, it's clear to pretty much everyone but Eldryn that he has no idea what's going on. He's a prisoner as well. Milo attempts to calm Eldryn down, and Wilbur does the same, which makes Eldryn even angrier because she feels like she's not being supported by them. So Gwar then realizes that Volmos is subdued with some ghost chains, and so he does go to get Milo so that Milo's ghost friend Orym can help, Orym who's in his head. And then the hand is given to Wilbur, who, despite some protest from Gwar, but overall, Gwar tells Wilbur that he trusts him to do the right thing. Wilbur then hands over the hand to Melavist, who then tells him they have 10 seconds before the portal collapses. So Eldryn is able to say goodbye to Volmos and tells Kanos to take him to take his soul so that he can be reunited at least 2/3. And then upon regrouping, Eldryn realizes that Melavist has vanished, and when asking who did that, is heartbroken to find out that it is Wilbur. So Gwar then attempted to comfort Eldryn, but she rejected it. And then Saren asked Eldryn for help with Raylor, which Eldryn used her blanket to cast Greater Restoration on him. And then we ended with us splitting up, with most of the party going to the Sage Cure so they can regroup and get Gerard, and Eldryn and Noros going to Enoria. There were a lot, so I'm sorry if that was very fast.
Oh, that's great. Thank you so much.
Okay. I appreciate it. I actually just fish for compliments. I always say it was bad, so they just tell me it was great.
That was, oh my gosh, guys.
You did great.
I did
so
it.
Good.
It was so good.
Yeah,
no, I
don't
mean
have anxiety.
it.
I don't have anxiety at all. I'm a confident person. I don't need I don't need you to validate.
Tell me I'm good. Tell me I'm good.
I need you to do that.
Anything else we need to add, friends?
Wow, way to put salt in the wound.
Anything that Lorian
But I
missed?
No, because Lorian never misses.
That's right.
Because Maria's the best.
Better believe it. Okay. That's interesting. Okay, cool. Alrighty. Well, you guys ready to play some D&D?
Yeah.
Let's do it.
100% yes.
Cool.
Cool, because I'm not.
Okay, great. Awesome. Guar, Wilbur, Saren, Milo. Roll
What?
initiative.
Okay.
Oh my.
Natural 20.
No.
Okay.
21.
Dirty 20.
This is great. I like that you guys are shouting this out. Thank you. But
That's the way to do it. Can I
I
roll
mean,
just
you didn't
skill
give us a
included?
procedure.
yeah, sure, absolutely.
You just said roll, and then you didn't give us a
17.
procedure, though.
That's right. Thank you for following directions, Jamie. Guar, what'd you get?
Natural 20.
Okay, 4.
Natural 20.
Yep, you have an initiative.
Yeah, 20. I don't have. I have
Oh,
plus
okay,
0 to-
cool.
yeah.
Gotcha.
I still
Okay.
have plus 0.
Cool.
Send no dex.
Wilbur.
8.
8.
Wilbur, yeah.
Saren.
Dirty 20.
Cool. Mike, roll for Broomhilda. Wilbur.
I thought you were asking Mike again.
Miranda, roll for Huxley. Milo, what'd you get?
21.
Beautiful. All right. Mike, what did Broomhilda get?
14.
Beautiful.
I damn it, Brunhilda.
She is beautiful.
Sure.
Wilbur, what did Huxley get?
I rolled a 19.
Ooh.
Okay.
You're welcome,
Dang.
Huxley.
Doesn't Brunhilda weirdly have a high initiative?
She does. That's pretty
Ladies
great.
first, that's why.
Mm-hmm.
I
I
mean,
like it.
yeah.
Great. There we go. That one's better. Oh, okay. Weirdly, actually, Huxley is going first.
Wait, did
So-
they not teleport?
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay, good. All right.
Yeah.
You just pop into a place, and sometimes there's baddies.
Into the city that the woman owns, basically.
Yeah, no, but into the sage cure.
Yeah. I'm with you. Hey, you're underwater. Here we go. As we come in on a dark, sort of like weirdly, like kind of like dimly lit from a window that had been maybe actually kind of like the sunshine kind of moving in through the cracks of the wood, scattering around the floor. You can see the dust particles kind of like sitting in the air, and then all of a sudden a very weird sort of sound as poofing into view is Guar, Wilbur, Saren, Milo, Huxley, and Raylor, and and Broomhilda. We are not going to use Raylor for the initiative just for now. As Saren, I imagine you're still kind of sort of carrying him for the most part. So, as you all kind of jump in to the space, Broomhilda immediately kind of shouts out, "Okay, we get Gerard. We get out of here. I can send to Faustus later, but we need to get the fuck out of here." As she's saying that, Huxley is let's see just for a second if there's something that he can. Oh, he's actually been pretty busy. So yeah, he's been a little bit out of spell slots. So he casts disguise self on himself and looks let's see. He's going to look like the blue tiefling that you all had met across the next door to the pub. And is going to make a perception check to see if the coast is clear. Okay. All right. Actually, it's only fair that the players would roll for this, so let's do Kayla. Roll me a d20.
15.
15. Okay, not bad. So in this moment right now, obviously this is a non-combat initiative. So basically, kind of giving a general sort of sense of what you guys are doing. Assume that you're a little bit more expanded out into a little bit more than the 6 seconds. Just in general, what are you trying to do? We'll kind of just like bleed into that from there. Cool. So Huxley does a perception check. Kind of looks back, and the I think I said Minotaur. That's not right. Blue Tiefling.
You did not say Minotaur.
Okay, great. Good. Well, that's weird.
Fix it in post. It's fine.
Poop. What was his name?
Kenneth?
Is it Kenneth?
Is it the one that's married to Kara's friend?
Yes.
Kenneth.
Thank you. I put him away. Yep. All right, that's okay. You guys get an idea what he looks like. So he turns towards the rest of the group and says, no alarm yet, but it looks like there's about 4 guards that are just outside of this building. Maybe we go in the back. And we'll say that ends his turn. So next is Guar. Or sorry, actually, so Saren, you also had a 20?
Yeah, but Guar got a nat 20. Would that
It's up to you.
be better than more decks? I'd say so.
Cool. I like it. Guar, you go first.
All right. So sorry, what am I rolling?
You're determining what you guys are doing next.
Well, Brunhilde said to get the fuck out of here, so I want to get the fuck out of here.
Yep. So Huxley said there were 4 guards that were outside, but it doesn't look like there's been an alarm raised.
I am going to... Let's see. I'm going to... I don't think I want to cast invisibility. I think I want to hold my action.
Okay, all right. So, you want to just go after Saren?
Yes, I do want to go after Saren.
All right. Saren, you're up.
So is there a back door to this place? Or,
Yes, there is.
Should one of us just go get Gerard, or do you think we can all manage to get there? She's talking to just the group.
Listen,
if she can do that on her turn.
You're the sneaky one. If you think we can manage it, then I believe you and I'm with you.
Shoot, oh man, I already used Pass Without Trace.
Gerard's across town, right?
Yeah,
Or is he at the pub?
He's at Alina and Faustus's.
He's at Lean and Foss's.
Yeah, so he's a ways away.
Well, you know, I could also disguise myself, or I could just straight up go invisible, but I'll still be loud.
We'll say for the use of the spell, Brunhilde spending her action, but I'll say this. She looks at Milo and goes, "Okay, I was going to use this on you, but stay with the group. Yeah?
Sure.
I need it. Okay,
stay with the group. I'm staying with the group. Staying with the group.
Great, because you are wanted. And then
Because of you, yes.
Touches Saren, gives Milo a look, and without looking at Saren, casts Greater Invisibility.
Cool.
Which will last for a time that I'm sure is not going to be enough, but it'll give you kind of a head start, Lucy.
Okay. Well, I guess that handles it. Should I meet you guys back here?
Yeah, I think we'll be. I think we'll be here.
That makes the most sense.
Here at the pub. Yeah.
She looks at Blue Tiefling Huxley, and then back at Raylor. Take care of him while I'm gone. I'll be right back. And she's gonna cautiously go to the back door.
Okay, you got it.
Milo's gonna use his use the coin just really quick. Saren, be safe.
Saren ignores you. And
is there like an
casts,
echo? Because it's like all together. Yeah.
Yes.
Can she cast Long Strider on herself at some point during this turn or the next?
Yeah.
Cool.
I like it.
Her speed increases by 10.
Okay, cool. So at this point, the rest of you are trying to wait on Saren to be moving and running as fast as possible towards Gerard. The 4 guards outside are... there's no reason for them to assume anyone's in there. But if there was to be someone in there, that would be a problem. So there is... again, for that, that's like kind of like a full turn. Anything anyone wants to do in this, we'll say in this round, so to speak?
I think Milo's going to use prestidigitation and just take his beard off and just make his face look a little bit different.
Okay, cool. How long does prestidigitation last?
An hour, I believe.
Okay, cool.
1 minute, I thought. Am I thinking
just checking.
different?
I'm checking it now.
Yeah.
I'm thinking thaumaturgy. I apologize. I'm gonna go mute again.
You can. It doesn't have. Yeah, 1 hour. Cool.
Greater invisibility is only for a minute, so it basically just gives you kind of a head start, Sarah. Cool. All right. So we'll say for the next minute, if there's anything anybody wants to be doing here.
I think War would just be standing as still as possible to make as little noise as possible.
Beautiful. I think Brimhilda kind of looks at you with your full armor. Take it off.
Right now,
right here.
There's people around.
Yeah, I'm saying for the sound. Just take it off now. Just go in the basement. Take it off.
Well, I can't. I don't want to move. I'm just gonna take it off right here.
No. And I think this just keeps going.
Yeah.
It's like.
Well, do you want my gauntlet or? Okay.
Okay, either take it off down there or take it off here, but to go half and half doesn't make any fucking sense.
I'm tiptoeing like Daffy Duck, like.
You got it? Cool. I'm going to say because there's no alarm yet, because you are being careful on it, I'm going to say give me a stealth check with advantage.
Ooh. So that's just a straight roll. Well, would you look at that, a 19?
Nice. Cool. Beautiful. As you are walking along, kind of creeping down, there's the first sort of step of that sort of cellar leans in against the weight of your entire armor and your body, so you do hear like a but it's far enough away, closer to the back door as you see Brimhill just
okay, yeah. Then I take it off.
Beautiful.
I think for the instance, Milo, for this minute, Milo's gonna distance himself a little bit from the group, just so it's not a big clump of people all congregating.
Okay.
And he's just gonna pull out his like crochet hooks, and like he's gonna find like a box over like within eyesight, and sit on it and just start doing some crochet, and like
Okay, cool.
chilling out.
I like it. So much lower DC, but you're purposely trying to kind of keep yourself away from the group, so you're moving away. So much lower DC, you still have advantage. Same thing as you're trying to be careful with it. Give me that stealth check.
It was a 21.
20. Nice, perfect. Yep, you're good. Cool. Wilbur, what are you doing?
Sorry, I'm trying not to sneeze. Wilbur's not gonna really do anything except for stand really still, because it doesn't sound like, well, actually, I'm looking. There's not really much else I could / want to do.
Okay. What is going through Wilbur's mind right now?
Oh, I think there's part of Wilbur that, although he's really, like, sad that Eldrin's clearly upset with him, he's also not, like, holds no remorse for his decision. Was like, the deal was, so that's what I did. I assured that we kept our word. And is just holding out for good karma to come of that decision.
Okay, so simplify the answer to my question in like 5 or 6 words. I think you explained why you're feeling. How are you feeling?
Sad, confused, but not remorseful.
Okay, I like it.
Resolute.
Beautiful. All right. Cool. So with that, you guys try to sit tight. Oh, actually, I guess I didn't even think about this. Gerard, do you have the bag of holding?
I have the portable hole.
Oh, you have the portable hole. That's right. Yep,
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
With a demon in it.
Yeah.
Or demon lore.
So you put, you can like kind of shove all the armor into the portable hole.
Yep.
And we'll say in this instance, we kind of took it before as like being able to move a little quicker on it. We'll say this is actually taking 10 minutes, just because I think there's a funny moment of Brimhilda being like, what is taking him so? I'm just gonna.
Nothing
quicker.
you haven't seen before. I mean,
She's upstairs. You're downstairs.
oh, okay.
Sure, she can leave.
She runs over and is now going to help you to take off your armor.
Yeah, she is.
Yeah, she is. Yep. Saren, take your time. Just kidding. Saren, as you are running along, I'm going to say greater invisibility, long strider. As you're moving through the streets, there is no worry about stealth for this round. So, Saren, as you are moving, trying to kind of like move your top speed, what are you trying to focus on besides just go real fast? Is there anything that you're looking out for? Stuff like that.
I mean, she's definitely on the lookout for guards or anybody that looks like they're not just a typical like commoner walking through the streets.
Beautiful.
And probably like school uniforms, that kind of thing. She's also thinking about like if Faustus could be back yet. Should she try to warn him before she gets there, or contact Alina? And that's all like going through her mind all at once.
You got it. Cool. All right, sweet. So as you are moving along, go ahead and give me a perception check.
29.
29. Cool. with a 29. As you are moving along, there's a cross section before you get to like sort of like the road that's going to lead you down to that farm road there, and you notice a figure that kind of almost like makes you kind of like stop in your tracks for a second, as it's just a little odd and weird for a number of different reasons. You see. Oh, I took her off too. Why did I do that? You see Doris walking by. The little halfling woman that checked you in. Yeah.
Is there any alley she can duck down quickly, or other paths she sees to take to try to avoid her?
To avoid her, you're still in under greater invisibility. So, like I said, like you're untouchable at this point. So I guess the choice is yours on whether or not you're like investigating further, or just like I'm gonna keep going.
Yeah, if she thinks she can make it past her before the spell wears off, she's just going straight for Elena and Faustus's.
You got it. I think you run by. Would you roll on your perception check?
29, I think.
Okay, cool. Beautiful. As you are running by, are you keeping an eye on Doris?
Yeah.
Cool. You see, as Doris is walking by, you see Doris is walking straight, kind of like looking straight. And honestly, as you're like kind of moving by, you're like, Doris is like looking a little almost mechanical looking in her movements. And there is a slight nod just as you pass her view.
Oh, I hate that.
Invisible. Fully invisible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that's it. She's not reacting in any other way, and she's actually, it's in a way that you kind of look at it as like someone that's passing by looks like they might have just like they just were like looking at something lower to the ground and up to the ground. Cool. So head down, Saren. You are continuing to kind of bolt forward. I'm going to say, give me an athletics check.
Oh yay! It's a 7.
Okay, cool.
My plus 0.
You got it. With a 7. So you're moving your normal speed. I think what we'll do with the 7 is give me a Constitution saving throw. Pretty high DC or pretty low DC right now.
Plus 2. 9. I rolled another 7.
DC was 5. You're still okay. It will keep going up as you're coming back on the rounds. Okay. All right. So you continue on. You were able to get to the farm road as you were there. We are now back to the top of the round where I roll again. And there it goes. You hear a distant blaring of a horn from what sounds like to be a high tower. Huxley, who has positioned himself far enough back in the window so that he would not be seen unless someone was looking straight in, just leans forward just slightly to be able to kind of notice the other guards. As the guards seem to, according to Huxley, guards seem to look at each other in confusion. And you see 2 of them run off. But you all hear that noise. So I think Brimhilda is downstairs with Guar. Ah, shit. What do we do? Do we just get everybody down here? Just in case, there's no reason for them to check. They're gonna check. No, they're gonna check. There's only one room out.
Should I put my armor back on?
No. Your stealth is the. If you take a hit, you take a hit.
Okay.
Shit. You see her kind of peek herself up over the. Okay. Any ideas? Who's good at this?
We
Yeah, go ahead.
we did have someone, but she left to get her warbounder.
Let's see. Huxley's. Yeah, that's right. Huxley removes Kenneth seems to reach into it's gross because it kind of looks like it's his neck, because Kenneth is probably built a little bit bigger, like reaches into his neck and seems to pull out what looks to be a little mechanical spider, places it right on the windowsill, and says, why don't we move, that's not his voice, why don't we move further to the back, and then the spider will let me know if it sees anything of people trying to get it. From the back,
right.
We'll be able to see if they're trying to get it.
Okay.
So, with that, Wilbur and Milo, do you guys oblige? Anything else you wanna do or add?
Nope, I don't think so.
I think Milo's just gonna like put his crafts away, and now it's time to like actively hide. So we're just gonna huddle in a corner.
Okay.
He's gonna pull his quarterstaff out. Not a euphemism.
Yep. Didn't think it was till you said it.
Okay. Okay. Just want to make sure. I wanted to clarify.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Okay, cool. Where are you at?
Here.
Oh, I guess so. Comes to Saren. Saren, I imagine you're booking it, but you hear that sound. So anything else you want to add in that moment?
Is she's still under greater invisibility?
No, drops now.
No. Okay.
Wouldn't it last for 10 rounds? Oh, you're not doing combat. I'm sorry. You're right.
You're right.
Yep.
Yeah, she teleports in 10 seconds to the door. No. No, she's just gonna keep going then.
Okay, you got it. Go ahead and give me another athletics. This is DC 10.
11.
Okay. Beautiful.
Thank you.
So there's a moment, Saren, you are very quick. You're very agile when there's movement into like quick combat. You're very quick on your feet. But this is a full out sprint, and it is a sprint literally like across half the city. So at this point, as you are running, you start to kind of feel a little bit of the like just like the beginnings of like a wheeze as you are recognizing that you're the muscles in your body are starting to remind you, hey, we can't keep doing this forever. Cool. All right. Miranda, check your Discord, please. Okay. All right. So now we have the. Okay. One of the guards goes across the street, and you immediately start to hear banging on doors, and as banging on doors across the street, and then you see the other guard turn around and kind of give a weird sort of eye to the door to the Sage Cure. The spider picks up on that, so Huxley picks up on that, so you guys now know that. So Huxley's kind of like in a spot of like, we should go out the back before they surround it. What say you? Everybody, those that are
Let's
here,
go.
Milo,
Let's go out
Sarah.
the back.
Let's go. Out the
Go.
back.
Before we leave, Milo's gonna ask Brumhilda, can you turn me into Jake Milothal again? No time, and he runs.
Okay. Let's see how she's doing on spells right now. Second level spell, right? Disguise self. I had to take that off or something. Herself. Yeah. So she can do that if you want.
No, I think Milo's just gonna the time it takes her to like think about the process. I think Milo's just gonna pitter patter away and like, there's no time.
Okay, you got it. Cool. So you guys are now heading out. As you do, Gwar, I think you were able to like kind of just like throw like a there's a probably a dusty sort of like cloth that was like laying over like a shelf that you're able to kind of like throw around yourself. You have pants. Yeah, immediately everybody starts coughing.
We have Guardicus, not Gwarzan.
Yeah.
No, I would think I have like some pants and like maybe some like a Henley style shirt on.
Yeah, you would. Yeah, for sure. Cool. As you guys head out, I need you all to give me stealth checks.
12 for me.
Just straight roll this time.
Yes.
You ready for it?
Yeah. Just shout those out.
15.
19.
Okay. And then I'll roll for those two. Okay. Cool. All right. Great. You all seem to pass the mark. So as you guys kind of head out, you notice that there is some very like dark sort of shadowy cover that is just perfect for the time where you guys are at, and you were able to kind of like sneak out to sort of an alleyway. And now at this point, we'll say you guys can kind of do whatever you want to do in this turn. But I'll say also I need perception checks. I would say for the most part based on hearing.
21 for me on perception.
25 for Milo.
Okay.
17 for Wilbur.
Okay. All right. Brumhilda rolled super bad, so she's trying to kind of like pay attention to the inside. And I'll say she's probably maybe like the last one to leave as she's like working on closing the door. And actually, does she have any cool things she can do in that? She is going to... Guar, as you're kind of like watching sort of like behind her, you see her just do a kind of like cast a minor illusion over the door and make it a wall just for a minute, just to hopefully be enough to actually I think minor illusion can't be that big. We'll say that there doesn't look like there's any doorknob to it. She kind of just like looks at you and shrugs, and then kind of like runs off into the alleyway.
Yeah. As I join her, I'm like, "That's so cool."
That's probably useless, but
okay.
Guar, Milo, as you are listening, you start to hear the sounds of marching, approaching footsteps from the front gate. So for an idea now from where you guys are at, this is the main street that is leading in from the north gate. Sorry, I said front gate. The north gate. So you guys are about about 150 feet from that gate. So as you hear the marching, you hear that it sounds like there's some people that have come off the palisades and have kind of marched down into the street to try to help on what sounds like was an alert for a search. So you start to hear grumblings of keep your eyes open, things like that. Okay. Anything else anybody wants to do before we go to Saren?
I'm good.
Okay.
I think Milo's gonna say, well, Wilbur, can you dig it? Can you dig a tunnel out of here?
I mean, I can.
Like, how fast can you dig?
I mean, I can dig fast, but I don't know if you're all gonna be able to fit through it.
Oh. Yeah. Yeah, maybe not.
Yeah, sorry.
What are the chances that they're not looking for us?
They could be looking for that turkey leg guy. It really seemed like it wasn't okay.
You see Brumhilda's like in a flurry. Brumhilda looks at Milo and just goes, "What? Yeah, they're sending half the city guard to look for a guy that's selling fake turkey legs. Sorry, no, yeah, Guar's right. They're definitely looking for us. And with that, she looks at Raylor. Shit. Anybody have anything to hide him?
Yeah, Milo has a spare cloak.
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. I touch him and I cast minor invisibility on him. Or just invisibility, sorry, straight up invisibility.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry, I should have been more specific. She knows that he's missing by now. Psst, Wilbur.
Yeah, I got you. I'm gonna cast non-detection on Raylor.
Okay, how do you do it?
Let's see here. I'm just going to run up to Raylor.
You have to feel around for him.
Yeah. Is this Raylor? Sorry.
Ow.
Sorry. And then as soon as like Raylor gets his little paw on Wilbur gets his little paw on Raylor. I don't even know if I'm speaking actual words.
Sounds right.
Wilbur will say, "Sorry, I don't think we've really had a chance to meet yet. Just sorry about this. I'm just gonna make you magically invisible too, I guess. I don't know." And then we'll just touch Raylor's leg or something and cast non-detection.
You see Raylor immediately. You feel Raylor's leg immediately kind of like pull back a little bit. Has no idea what is happening as far as Wilbur is concerned, and then recognizes that the talking wombat is possibly a help, and just kind of like nods, but you don't see it.
It's bread, not food.
Nice.
Cool. All right. Saren, you are, at this point, you are able to see the house. You're going to be able to get there at the end of this turn. Roll something here. Okay, cool. Awesome. As you are midway in your stride, you are rounding the corner and you see kind of like off in the far distance, you kind of like are looking over to where where the street seems to kind of like veer off into the path that would eventually go into the Mortimer Ludus. As you are running, there's a moment of like looking around and kind of like I think there's a thought of like in your mind, Saren, like, do I stop? Do I keep going? Do I stop and check and then keep going? What do I do? As there's only like natural sort of like hill, like a large circular boulder that's kind of like blocking the view before going to the road. Saren, what would you like to do?
Saren's just gonna keep going. If she can, for sending, is that out loud, or would that
yes, I believe
okay? Is there anybody walking the streets like in like within like 20-30 feet of her?
On the same street that you're currently at? No.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay, as she's about to get to the door, she's gonna send a message to Alina and just say, need to get Gerard quick. Almost there. Thank you for everything. They're after us.
Okay. Saren, as you are running, you're taking this moment of saying, I'm just making a break for it, and then whatever's going to happen as I turn this corner is I'm going to just try to outrun them. Mm-hmm. As soon as you turn the corner, or don't turn the corner, but are running straight to the house, you look off to your right just for a second, and you see absolutely no one. Rolled really well. So there is miraculously no one around that corner. As you yell that out, I would like you to give me a nature check. Give me a D20 roll and add +2.
Okay, I rolled a 17. So
okay, cool. There is. Go ahead.
My nature is +6. What do you mean by add 2?
I wasn't doing your nature.
Oh, okay.
Cool. So as you are making, beautiful. As you are making this this note as saying like we need Gerard, there is nature wins out in the idea of whether or not Gerard burst through the second floor window. There is a shattering sound, Saren, as you kind of like literally do the like full like anime sort of screech into the dirt road, as it is as Gerard fully just kind of collapses on top of you. Gerard is rather big now, so you are immediately knocked prone.
Amazing.
By the weight of this moorbounder. Yeah, I think that ends your turn. Yeah, I like it. Cool. All right. So we are back up. Top of the round. Hooty doody do. Okay. As you all are trying to figure out how you're going to be able to get out of here, or if you're going to try to just hunker down and sort of stay where you are. I believe there is... What? Sorry, 1 second. Controlling a wizard and everything else is tricky.
I mean, you just have like half a city guard to choreograph. It's fine.
Yeah. Also doesn't help that we have the legacy version of spells and then the newer version of spells for most of them, so they're all kind of like doubled up.
So spell rich.
Okay. It's not that one. Okay, great. Okay, 4th level. How many 4th level spell slots do we have? We are good. I'm going to roll something because I'm borrowing a lot from the spellbook stuff. Yep, okay, we're good. Okay. I'll say within this time frame, what do you think is the general plan from for Guar, Wilbur, and Milo? Is it to wait here until Saren comes? Is it try to make a break for it at the gate? Once Saren's there, are you trying to make a break for the gate, or the idea that okay, everyone's here?
Well,
actually, yeah, you can't teleport everybody. But Gerard,
we told Saren that
right?
that we would she could come back here and meet us. So
no, it'd be
You
just
can teleport
Gerard, right?
everyone.
She can. Yep. So Gerard would be just the amount.
Mhm.
Yeah.
We
Okay,
do have our coins still, right?
true.
You do.
So in that case, maybe we message Saren to meet us outside the gates.
So you guys want to try to make a break for it?
Yeah. Do we want to run
Yeah.
as a group, or do you want to try and do one by one?
I think we try to stay relatively close together.
Yeah, I don't think we should do like a
Yeah,
one
don't-
by one.
Let's not split the party any more than we already have.
It did not go well for me last time.
You.
Okay. Cool. Do you guys want to do it on this turn?
Depends on how it looks. I mean, or do we have like a clear? Because you said that the soldiers are marching from that gate. So.
Yep. So they have now passed your alleyway, so they're kind of like moving in closer into town.
Is it only the one platoon, or is there other ones coming? Can we see that?
The assumption would be that there's definitely going to be some other guards that are by the gate. They wouldn't leave, there. But I'll say, yeah, go give me a perception check to see how many are at the gate.
That is a 17.
17. Cool. With a 17, you are able to see. There are 5 guards that you can spot at the gate. 2 up in the sort of like the palisades on the sides, and then 3 by the actual gate doors itself, which are staying open for now.
Check something here.
Can Broomhilda still teleport? Does she have like, is that a spell slot or something? Isn't Huxley disguised as Kenneth? Would he be able to get...
Yes. Yes. She would tell you that this is her last teleport spell she would have.
Okay. Go ahead, Saren. I will do my thing next.
I'm not there.
Now she does have. Yeah, this is. You guys are definitely before, but
I just didn't want to cut you off.
She does have teleportation circle.
Cool. Okay,
which would work, but it's just a longer time.
Yeah, that's like a full minute, right? Or
and it would have to
10
be.
minutes.
Yeah, it would be. It's a full 10 minutes, and it would have to be at another teleportation circle.
So if we were within 30 feet, I could use minor illusion to distract them.
Depending on what you do, yeah, it would help your chances on it. Now you wouldn't be able to send it out to all the guards. You'd have to have it kind of like center on you. Like you have, like minor illusion has a very specific like range,
right?
30, on what you 30 can feet. Affect. No, yeah. I mean like, sorry, words, dimension.
Right. Okay.
There's also nothing wrong with hunkering down and waiting. Just
also true.
I know D&D people want to like, just saying. But I'm not there.
Yeah, it's your call.
Yeah. You probably shouldn't let Saren try to escape the gates with all the guards by herself, but also not there.
Also true. I say let's wait for Saren, and then we'll all go together.
Yeah, and Milo's gonna look around and why'd we leave the basement again?
Because they were
gonna search the house.
They were gonna search the house.
Sitting ducks down there.
And then you guys would be stuck down there. Yeah.
That makes sense.
Cool. So then, so Broomhilda looks at you, Guar, and goes, what are the chances all the guards have a excellent knowledge of the geography of the alleys here?
Pretty good.
I mean, I don't know. They look kind of dumb to me. I mean...
So, yes?
Yes.
Spending her last fourth level or fifth level. I think it might have to be fifth level at this point. She will cast Mordenkainen's Private Sanctum. So you make an area with range magically secured. The area is a cube that can be as small as 5 feet to as large as 100 feet. When you cast the spell, sound can't pass through the barrier at the edge. The barrier of the ward area appears dark and foggy, preventing vision through it. Sensors created by divination spells appear inside the protected area, pass through the barrier. It's a perimeter, which I just thought about now as being similar to the non-detection. Nothing can be teleported into or out, but the point is at this moment, because of the barrier of the warded area appearing dark. I'm a DM, so I can do what I want, and I've actually allowed a player to do this. So she tries to make the end of the sanctum actually look like the stone walls that would be in that area where it's passing through. So advantage on basically any possibility of guards noticing that, hey, there's usually an alley here.
This is so cool.
Shut up. Oh, actually, never mind. No, we could be as loud as we want. I forgot. Yeah.
This is so cool!
All right, you don't have to yell.
Sorry. You said I could be as loud as I wanted. Sorry.
And then at the end of that turn, we hear Huxley, who I think, is kind of just... Come on, Saren. And we cut over to Saren, who has a giant moorbounder on top of her. You see Alina kind of like leaning out the window and kind of like waving. And she says, Faustus, where?
He must still be at the school. As she's like...
Okay. Give me an insight check.
Jesus. 20... 31? 31.
31. Okay. Faye, 31, you see her just like her eyes kind of go a little bigger. Does a slow nod and kind of backs out into the darkness of her house. You've seen the Samil family when another one's in trouble.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. So on the one hand, Saren, you have a city escape on your plate. On the other, there's a possibility that Alina will try to go save her husband.
Okay. We already established that the coin worked from the house all the way to the school, right?
Yes.
Okay. So as she's getting up and getting Gerard off of her, she's gonna try to contact Faustus and just... Faustus, are you still in there? Are you okay? You have to get back before your wife comes to get you. Hurry.
Okay, little... Just waiting to hear from you guys. It's crazy up here right now. I will, I'll try to make my way there as soon as you can. Tell her I'm safe and I'm on my way, and she needs to stay put and not get into trouble.
Am I allowed to do another sending to Alina on the...
I don't know if Alina has a coin.
No, I have a...
Oh, she does. Yeah, the sending from the... That's right. Sorry.
Yeah, I have one more that I'll use to just tell her he's safe. I talked to him. He's on his way back. Just stay inside. It's not safe out here.
Give me a persuasion check.
My persuasion is not terrible. It's not great, though. That is... I have the thing, though. 14.
14. Beautiful. I rolled pretty low, so DC's 11. Nice. So you see her kind of like... as you're saying this, you see the front door is wrenched open. You see her coat is on, and she hears you. So now at this point, you guys are like 20 feet from each other.
Perfect.
And she nods, and then she throws a small sack to you that kind of like crumples to the ground right next to you, and then slams the door shut.
Oh my god, is it bacon cookies?
You go. I mean, you can get up and grab it. Like
she's gonna grab it before she starts to try to run off.
Cool. I'll give you a free use an object actually as you open it up and recognize that this the only thing that Alina can do in this moment. That she feels the best thing for everybody, as there are some bacon cookies in the satchel for you.
That's the most important thing.
At this, you hear Gerard just kind of.
She gives him a piece.
Saren, give me a nature check. This time using your nature.
Is a 16.
16. Gerard's pretty big. There's a possibility.
Big enough to ride all the way back?
It's possible. Now, notably, you've never done it before, and that means that he's never had to deal with that before. But, I mean, nothing natural is really faster than a moorbounder.
She's gonna kneel down real quick and just look at him and say, if I get on your back, can you take me, will you take me to my friends?
You're just sniffing your hands for the bag. Give me an, I'm gonna say you're not sure in that answer. It seems like he is preoccupied, but if you want to do it, I'll tell you straight up. If you want to do it, it's an animal handling check per turn.
Okay. She gets advantage with Gerard, right?
Yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
So she'll just keep giving him. She's gonna use all of her bacon cookies, trying to bribe him not to drop her.
I'll say there's 10 cookies in there by the time you get to them. If you do, there was 8 cookies.
He's a moorbounder shaped Pac-Man, just gobbling up cookies as he runs.
You just tie it to a string in front of him. Beautiful. Okay, cool. So you take off, and you as you like kind of try to like coax Gerard to move and to run. Go ahead and give me a animal handling with advantage. Ironically, this actually handles your athletics checks, so that actually will work.
That's great because my animal handling is one of my reliable talents. So I literally can't get less than 17. That would be a 17 because I rolled a 10 anyway.
You got it. Cool. Cool. With a 17, you take off, just running full 80 feet movement naturally.
70 is what we have him at right now.
Finish.
He might be a little faster now. Let me just see what the...
Yeah, I don't know if it doesn't look like I've ever updated that.
Yeah, yeah. Come on, internets. It is actually 70 feet. But still, 140 feet. Pretty fast. So the other part of this is that yes.
Long Strider, does that
still only affects you, but if you want to cast it again on Gerard, you could, if you have another spell slot.
Oh wait, never mind. It's not like a Path Without the Trace thing.
Yeah,
I can't cast it again.
Okay. Cool. So yeah, 140 feet. So in this regard, there's really no way to be able to make stealth checks at this point as you are riding a large creature through the streets. So what I'm going to roll is perception checks for the guards that would be passing you. You are running pretty dang fast. I'll tell you what. I'll say, Saren, roll me a d20 plus 2.
Okay. 15.
Okay, so DC's 15. All right, cool. So as you are taking off, you are able to get all the way to literally really doubling your speed in a single turn, and being able to move forward. So you are getting to the spot right about where your about maybe like 30 feet from the main street heading out. So you have like a full, and the next turn you would reach the party when you see a guard in a tower shout out, "More Bounder!" At 20. And guards start to leap to attention in your direction. Okay. So we will pause you there. Do I need to? Well, weirdly enough, roll to see if this happens. Okay. Two of the guards near the, if it matters, two of the guards near the north gate are now running towards the, down the main street. So there are now 3 guards at the north gate instead of 5. There is, they are both passing by the wall. And none of them roll high enough to notice, as they are running by. Okay. Anything from Guar, Wilbur, or Milo?
I think Milo's gonna
Saren, where you are.
yeah. Milo's gonna check in on the coin and Saren, we're just outside the house in this alleyway. How you doing?
Can she respond right now?
Yeah.
Riding Gerard there, and they saw us. I might be a little bit fucked right now, but I'm on my way.
That's badass. Godspeed.
Wait, where is she?
She's on her way.
Okay.
Good.
Good. Okay, great. Sounds good.
Okay, cool. Evocation. That's so weird. Sending being an evocation spell is not affected by Mordenkainen's private sanctum. Okay.
So I was right to whisper. Okay.
You're solid. Yeah. Sorry. Gang, please continue. Anything else you guys want to do?
So we'll just wait for her to get back, and then we'll go, right? We can use this thing. Is that right, Broomhilda? I mean,
yeah, kind of. I mean, as soon as I cast that, this is gonna just drop.
Oh. Okay.
But that's fine because we won't be here.
Right. This is so cool, though. Every time you cast a spell, I'm just like, holy crap! This is like, you're awesome.
So the fun thing with like private sanctum is that sound can't pass through the barrier at all. So there's a moment of like just full like peaceful sort of like clarity at this. So you hear like Broomhilda go, "Thanks, Guar." That means a lot. I mean, you don't normally get people to. And on the outside, we hear just the like the rushing of like heavy footsteps, guards yelling to each other, horses neighing. In the distance we hear the kind of Gerard. Beautiful. And I think correct me if I'm wrong, you guys kind of just said exactly where you were.
Yeah, and I would have said look for the some sort of identifying marker for the like shelter that we're in.
Look for the door that doesn't have a doorknob.
Yeah.
Can Saren see it because of the glasses?
Ooh.
It's not been a full day. I think the glasses are divination, I believe.
So it's not affected by divination. Like,
yeah. So weirdly enough, I think the divination comes first. But let me check just to see this. What does the glasses say? Does it say what?
Their glasses. It just says they're glasses of etherealness.
Etherealness.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I don't have anything in my inventory. I just know that you said glasses of true sight.
Yeah, because they were
okay.
only going to last for a
True
day,
sight.
so I wasn't going to know.
Yeah.
Was it true sight?
Mm-hmm.
It was a theory.
Okay.
Okay, that makes more sense. Sorry.
I mean, that's what I've written down, but I think that was right.
So true seeing is a divination spell. So unfortunately, that part doesn't work for that. I think the divination does come first. Right? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it specifically says in the spell, so yeah. Cool. But yeah, so Saren, as you come to your turn, you're already actually dealing with some shittiness on your part, actually, as there are... there are 10 guards that are nearing your... I'll say there are 10 guards that are around you. No matter what, no matter how you're able to direct Gerard, there's going to be at least 5 attacks of opportunity. So, it's your call. You also have the sending coin as well.
She will just say into it, like, really quickly, just, there's guards all around me. Do you guys have any ideas? Just directed at anybody that has a coin.
Okay, cool.
And what am I just picking a direction, basically?
It's up to you. You can wait for them to do something, like wait for your party to be able to try to do something to help you out. The guards are going to get closer in that, but they're not going to be able to get to a spot. Like, they're not going to attack you this turn. Or you can just try it now.
How are your hit points?
79 out of 108.
I mean, these are a little bit tougher of town guards, as this place is very well trained and paid for.
They can't all hit.
Yeah. What's your AC, Sarah? They'll be attacking you, not. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I can give you some healing too.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess she's gonna keep going. Would the sending have been her action? Or is that just... basically...
If you were keeping going, I will give it to you. I'll say it's a bonus action.
Okay. I was wondering if I could use my hummingbird dart to try to not to actually hit anybody, but to try to distract at least one of the guards that I'm going past, to just go, like, fly around its head, like, you know, like if a bee comes at you and you're going like this, like it's trying to kind of get in his way.
Okay, cool. All right. So go ahead and roll me a d20. We'll say if it is 17 or higher, it fully distracts the guard. If it is 11 or higher, they're going to at least have disadvantage in their attack against you.
Okay. 15.
Okay, so at least disadvantage for one of them. All right, you ready?
Mm-hmm.
Here we go. So first one with disadvantage is a 18 to hit.
It does not.
Okay. Here are the 4 straight rolls. Saren, tell me how cool it looks as not a single guard hits you.
Yeah. Yes. Let's go!
Hey, Gab, let's go!
Hey, Gab.
Her hand is, like, not even halfway out of her pocket as the hummingbird just shoots out and swarms around one of the guards' faces as, like, her and Gerard just weave through the other ones. and he looks so cool, even though he has
Yeah.
no idea what he's doing. He's just, you see inside his mind, and it's just a picture of a bacon cookie.
It's just
The
innate,
tongue
right?
rolling
All
out,
he's
Yeah.
thinking
like,
about. Mm-hmm.
his tongue.
Yes, please take a point of inspiration for that. That's so good. As yeah, the I think the there's that hummingbird, as you throw it out, you hear kind of like a lookout from one of the guards, and you see the guard kind of like turn back, look back at the guard, look back as it kind of whizzes by his head. You see his halberd kind of like turns, hitting another guard in their head. As Gerard is able to dart back and forth, and then takes a final sort of like leap off of the chest of one of the last guards, pushing him down on the ground, and busting out through the alleyway. None of them hit you, so there's no like you fully get to them. As you skid to what you see is to be an invisible wall, like there's a wall there. And then I think you see Milo's head peek out.
Hey, Saren. And then he just leans back in.
It's the stone wall, his head.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, this is not the first fake wall she's seen today. So
Yeah.
she
True.
just
That's
she
true.
just shakes her head and goes through it.
You got
I
it.
imagine this is happening as I'm gassing up Brimhilda. Like, this is so cool you did. Oh, hey, what's up, Saren?
Beautiful.
Who
Yeah.
does Gerard almost run over in this process? Because it's gotta be one of them, right?
Me.
Yeah. Guar makes sense.
I
Yeah,
want
for
it
sure.
to be Guar.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me.
We all do.
There's a there's a moment where Guar is just talking with Brimhilda, and all of a sudden we just like we don't see Guar anymore.
Guar's got bacon cookie left in his beard. And Gerard just licking his beard, going nuts.
Oh, I missed you too, Gerard. Yeah. Good to see you.
Beautiful. I'm gonna say with that, because that's fun. Guar, you get just full like forehead just like knocked into,
Yeah.
and as you are knocked, both of you kind of go sliding a little bit, and you're both sort of somewhat out of the bubble at that point. As you see a guard like kind of like look, as a guard at the door, man. What the hell would that look like to a guy? Like, because it's only it's half of a moorbounder and half of a human.
I think I'm sliding on the ground, so I look up like upside down, like fuck, and then I go back in.
Yeah, you got it, and you just like run back in.
Yeah.
Cool. Brimhilda yells, "Everybody, grab a hand. Where are we going?"
How's the Grove right now?
Sounds good to me. Peaceful.
We want to bring this to the. Yeah. Okay. All right. Yeah. Sure. Yeah. All right. I didn't do it yet.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Now. And it cuts out, and we see this guard who is now looking at a spot in the ground of where this half moorbounder, half human appeared.
There's so much wombat shit.
Half elf or a quarter elf.
Half. No, half of a half elf.
Right. A quarter elf.
This poor man is gonna need so much therapy.
This
Don't
guard
we
just
all? All right.
pours this flask out. Clearly, there's
Bill!
something wrong.
Just kind of like run like myself.
Bill.
Fucking Bill.
Why not?
Fucking Bill.
I'm escalating this. I'm getting Bill.
Gotta
Yeah,
escalate it.
you have to. He's the
What is
Karen.
it? What is it, Kyle?
And with that, we cut on over to an underwater land.
The lovely's gonna be going, guys. I'm so sorry.
As we see the large sort of temple to Persona zooming in down from the waves that are kind of like, or sort of like streams that are kind of like moving the viewpoint of everything as it moves down in, and then right in front of the temple. I don't think it shows you guys appearing. It just shows you guys there. As we see Eldryn and Noros. Whew. Good to be home.
Well, we have a lot of work to do. Let's go see if Catherine is in her office.
Got it. I'll say at this as you walk in, Nora's kind of like grabs your arm and just goes, "Hey." You know they had their reasons. They still love you.
You know, Norris, I think maybe I'm the problem. Catherine betrayed my trust. Wilbur went against me when I needed him the most. And then there's Canis, my own brother. He just, left without even saying goodbye. I'm common denominator in all of this. So I'm beginning to think that maybe I'm not meant to have friends, and I was a fool to think otherwise. I it's my fault. I let my emotions cloud my judgment, and that always seems to end in disappointment. But it's okay. I don't need friends outside of you. That's all I've ever needed. So I'm fine.
You hear Noros kind of say to you, "Eldryn, I think you're already just moving it." You see Catherine at her desk. Hi.
I need your help. Is that okay?
Yeah, I mean, that's what I'm here for, to provide help for those in need, especially royalty. What's up?
Yep. Can you tell me anything that you know about simulacrum and severed souls and anything about that? And maybe why Persona doesn't know what the fuck is going on in this. Sorry.
Whoa.
That was
Hey.
not okay. Can you just tell me what you know about simulacrums and severed souls?
Why don't you go see the Archmage for that?
I will, but you were closest. I was planning on seeing both of you.
Oh. Okay.
I wasn't seeking you out because I needed you. You're just the most convenient to go to at the moment.
Something else going on? Oh, it's you and Noros, isn't it? And then Noros comes in. Hi, Noros.
No, it's not Noros. He's the only person that I can depend on. So let's, stop with that line of thinking. Like I just need to know if you know anything that can help me with those two things.
Well, yeah, okay. Simulacrum. That's, I mean, any sort of body doubling of, based in just using arcane magic is, I mean, as you would know, strictly forbidden by Persona, and the idea of one's self should be preserved in one body. So, I guess I can do some reading.
I would appreciate that. Do you happen to know if my mother is back?
Last time I was in the council chambers, I didn't see her.
Okay. Well, I mean, just let me know if you find anything. I guess we'll talk to Zaris. I turn around to leave.
Hey.
Yeah.
Your hair looks especially bad today.
I don't care.
Okay, I mean, it's just right there. Just...
Got it.
Looks at Noros. Yeah, I guess. You are walking along Enoria, looking at scenery of blue around you. And I think, Eldryn, for you, there's been hints of these moments where everything feels alien coming back home, where you just feel like you're walking through a distant memory or a dream that you're having. And that was okay, because you had other things to worry about. You had people that were depending on you, and you had their trust, and they had yours. We have a sort of a slow motion sort of series of moments as you pass by Genris. You see your lady maid Eldryn, all of whom kind of give you a nod, and you see Eldryn kind of put her hands to her mouth and just start loudly talking to you, and I think Eldryn, you just walk right through. As if it was a dream. As if it didn't matter. We find you up at the tower steps that have since been you notice that some of the traps have been removed, especially the one by the door.
Okay.
And you see a closed door.
Eldryn knocks on the door very loudly. Close that, sorry.
No answer.
Okay. She tries the doorknob.
Locked.
She puts her head up against the door, like her forehead for a second, and takes a very deep breath. And then turns around and says to Noros, okay, we'll find him later, I guess. Let's go see my father. Maybe my mother's back.
You see Noros kind of push past you, pound on the door, and yell out, Archmage Zaris, Eldryn and Noros, the Princess of Enoria, demands to see you. There's a pause. And you hear from beyond the door. Well, when you put it that way. You hear locking sounds. Several unlocking sounds. And the door opens.
Do we see Zaris yet?
I think in this moment, as you start to walk through, what you see is a something that even takes you back even in the moments of what you're dealing with, in a way that kind of like snaps you out of the dreamlike state, because this is new and weird.
Mm-hmm.
Zaris has always had gray hair, always had that same sort of gravelly voice, has always looked to be in his elder years. What you're seeing right now is a shell of that man. Eyes sunken in more, bags just hanging down underneath. You see his skin has turned dry and closer to white than his normal blue state. As he turns and looks at you. To what do I owe the pleasure of her company? And with that, we're going to take our 10-minute break. We'll see you guys in 10.
Can't hear you.
Eldryn, as you look at this figure, the viewpoint of a Triton that seemed to defy any concept of the natural laws of things like age. He was too weird, too odd, too whimsical to really even focus on those types of things. But instead of this figure, the figure you see now before you, as I mentioned, old, tired. You see in place of his very thin and clean chin is a long, scraggly beard. And you see him kind of wave a almost translucent hand towards you. I know.
Just let the shadow filter to you.
It's what time did to me. The Shadowfell just took away some of my ability to hold time back. Anyways, I know how good I look. What can I do for you?
Found him where you said he'd be. Problem is, it wasn't the him that we were looking for. There's at least 3 pieces of his soul out there, probably more with the way Grantelli seems to be very cruel. We learned, at least for her brother, she forced him into some sort of simulacrum. And I want to know if that could have been done to the Volmos too.
Fascinating. Well, seems I've been tricked yet again of those that have been able to move forward in the progress of understanding magic.
How is that even possible? How many? I mean, usually there's only one simulacrum, right? How?
Come, take a seat.
Eldryn will sit down.
In all my years of understanding, trying to understand the beauty, the terror, the unpredictability, for so long, I know often it Seems that you and I, and I'm sure others of your friends that study magic, seems to be so far apart because of where your magic comes from. The idea of worshipping a god that has given you these incredible abilities. We're not that different. I too worship a god. God that is unpredictable, beautiful, terrifying. Sounds familiar, no? In my studies, I have not been able to partake in the physical studies of simulacrum. As to be an archmage, one must obey the laws. But between you and me, Noros, leave the room. Noros goes to turn to leave. I'm just kidding.
No.
Come here. That was a joke. Once, and it was astounding, terrifying. It's interesting that in my younger years, on wanting to tap further into the confines of this incredible force, at the time I just wanted to have someone who understood me. Felt that I would get a lot more work done. But I would also I'm rambling like an old man.
No, you're rambling like the Archmage of Enoria. In that process, I have not seen any, or felt that whatever the essence of a soul was, I never felt like something left me in that way. But it sounds like the process takes a long time. 12 hours if you're good at it. So it took me 11. But it would be very difficult to do on one that is not willing. What about one that's dead?
Ah. In a way, it would take away the willing part. So, about equal. But it's not impossible. I might as well have that marked above my door.
How did how did we locate the wrong one? Do they share the same blood? I mean, do they share the same... You used a spell to find him. I don't understand. Is it possible to find the other or others?
Yes, I'm sure of it.
Can you help without deteriorating more?
That's cold.
I mean, you look as good as I feel right now, and I just said goodbye to my brother for the second time, so learned I have to probably do it at least one more time, so I apologize for the coldness.
He's gonna roll an insight check on you. Do you want to fight against it?
No, still not the energy.
Cool. Usually interrupted by the loudmouth half-elf that comes barging in.
It's just us. We had to separate.
Good living on this plane. Understand.
What did he say?
He said they're no longer living on this plane. I understand. He's taking you as saying like we had to separate. They're no longer.
Oh. No, Zars, they're not dead. They're just... We couldn't all go together because of the limitations of spells. And honestly, good riddance. I'm happy to be here with my husband instead of with them at the moment. Speaking of, is there any way to restore memories from the Shadowfell? Really, really use a good memory right now.
You would need. Yes, but you would need memories of others that were there for the event you're looking for.
Okay. That's for another day then.
So am I to understand that your friends weren't gobbled up by werewolves or
No.
taken away into another plane?
No. They're in Airskar, probably. I don't know. I haven't checked in.
I have been blessed with many gifts. I know I'm seemingly an old man rambling, but you did decide to barge in, so...
I knocked.
quite loudly. As I was saying, I have been blessed with many gifts. This face. A natural inclination. Towards the powers of magic. The ability to hone, to teach, to memorize. The bravery to experiment and put my own life at stake for the sake of my deity. I have not been blessed with the gifts of friends. But besides one, and stares at what is now an empty cage. I am too old and tired to tell you anything other than it's okay to hurt, but don't be an idiot.
Noted. So you'll do some research?
Is that your command, Princess?
Oh, just a request.
And this, you see, like a lot of the moments, Cyrus is not quite meeting your eyes, but at this, he does.
I can't be at peace until he is, so I'm not going to command you. Just going to ask.
You have grown, young Eldryn.
I break eye contact with him. Well, I'm going to find my father. Thank you for your counsel. And try not to die before, Navos is old enough to take over.
Yeah. The boy has been learning well. Well, you and Generous go off and have your fun.
I mean, Noros, sure.
Well,
Nope, it's fine.
you see Noros just kind of like look at you, just give like an eyebrow, just like, Generous.
I'll get up and I'll get up and I'll leave.
Okay. Noros kind of stands in the doorway and just Cyrus, can I get you anything? Do anything for you? Doesn't look up. Just kind of goes back to his book. Find out everything you can know about wombats. Okay. Closes the door. Eldryn, roll me a... Never mind. No, I think you know him well enough. You see him looking at you, and then he gives you a look like he's about to say something to you. And kind of like his hand sort of twitches like it's about to like kind of come to your shoulder. But he stops and then just... Okay. What now?
I close my eyes for a minute and then put my hand on his shoulder, and I look at him and say, I'll come to you and talk about all this when I'm ready. I always do. Okay.
I understand. If there's nothing specific, I'd like to see my father, and I'd like you to come with me.
Right now.
Or I could go along.
I mean, yeah, I can. Yeah, let's go. I can figure out what I'm gonna tell my father.
If you want to see your father, we can do that.
I mean, I do. I need to. I'm hoping maybe my mother's back. I don't know. She said she was heading this way. And then we can go see Bolos together. Is that okay?
Yeah, that sounds great.
So go look for my daddy.
Go look for your daddy.
Yeah.
I'm going to pause you there. We come back.
To joyous reunions, happiness.
To joyous happiness and beautiful times.
Mm-hmm.
Actually, yeah, we'll use this one. As you all appear looking over this short slope. A couple of you, the first thing you notice is the rubble of what was once a cave. You see most of it is now starting to have little passageways that have been carved into it from a constant flow of water dropping down. As you turn and look, you see the beautiful, untouched, more or less, of the grove. like perception checks.
$19.
3.
19.
22.
28.
Or 22. 28. Wilbur. You tell me why you think Wilbur got a 3. What is Wilbur paying attention to right
Got
now?
a 23.
Oh, 23. Okay.
Yeah.
So everybody rolled good then, sounds like.
Yes.
Cool. You see there are figures that right now are kind of, you can see like just the sort of extended sort of like paws and feet of the furry sort of fluff balls of wombats, but they're relatively pretty far away at this point. You see the large extended table that looks to have various, well, it's mostly grass, but various displays of vegetables out looking over the small pond.
Oh. Well, guess we should go say hi.
I'm just glad we're away from there. This is very nice.
Wilbur's gonna start slowly walking towards the table.
From where we're standing, is the tree? Is the tree there or looking any specific way? Riley's tree, right?
Is the tree treeing?
The tree is treeing. You see the kind of mixtures of green and red through it, but mostly red. Yeah. Is there something specific you're trying to focus on about it, Milo?
I was just the last we left. Riley, it seemed like she was a little shaken, so I was wanting to make sure she was like Milo would have looked at the tree and like if it didn't seem sick or whatever, he'd assume things are better than they left it. As they're heading down, he'd probably head that way.
Okay. What are the rest of you guys doing?
I'm walking with Wilbur.
Is Raylor still invisible?
No, good question.
Okay.
Um,
Does Huxley look like Huxley again?
yes.
Raylor's gone.
immediately.
He was invisible and he went away. You'll never see him again.
He was never there.
He's never there, Kayla.
That sounds like something Eldryn would say, because she's jealous. that her
Yeah,
brother's
because I'm
dead.
so jealous. Like,
And you're just so obsessed.
that's what Saren's gonna be like. You're just so jealous.
Yeah, just becomes full mean girl now. Yeah,
Mhm.
or valley girl, I guess. Yeah, I think Saren, as you're kind of like collecting yourself, you see Raylor still kind of like holding his head a little bit. Wow. This is nice. Where are we?
This is the Grove. This is where Wilbur's from. The wombat. The talking wombat. That has to be a little jarring. I realize that I'm saying it out loud.
Honestly, compared to what I just went through, perfectly normal.
Oh, and also I don't know how it works, but he's like kind of on his way to becoming a god, so like there's that.
That too.
Okay. Turns and looks at you. Saren, I've... Takes your hand. And just like hold him with. I have a lot of explaining to do. I just want to say I'm so sorry. Milo, you said you're walking towards the tree, right?
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll say that you were there enough to be able to kind of like hear the back end of that sort of, or the front end of that conversation respond. You're hearing up until this point as you're kind of like sort of walking away, and you hear footsteps that are behind you, not like creeping up behind you, but behind you as you see Huxley is following you.
Oh. Hey, man.
What?
I'm just saying, hey. You haven't been here yet, right? You haven't been to the Grove?
No. Anything I need to know?
It's pretty chill as long as the Knights of the White Flame aren't trying to kill you. That's about it. It's kind of it's a bunch of talking wombats that are can be pretty goofy and pretty honestly, like surprisingly fierce. And then Milo's gonna point at all the little huts and say, yeah, they kind of live over there, and this is the first place I thought.
Over there?
Yeah, you see the little mounds over there.
He walks away from you.
Yeah, that's fair.
Towards the hills. The little mounds.
Yeah.
As we get closer to where like all the wombats are kind of like gathering or walking around, Wilbur will just be walking along and we'll just hear him saying, "Hello, Whisper. Hello, William. Hello, Wick. Hello, Weston. Hello, Wesley. Hello, Welton. Hello, Winnie. Hello, Winifred. Hello, Red. Hello, Whisker. Whittle. Hi. Hello, Whimper. Hello, Willa. Hello,
Oh my
Winter.
God, he said my name!
Hello, Willow. Hello, Walker. Hello, Wade. Hello, Wendy. Hello, Waylon.
Hello.
Walker's my favorite.
Permission from the group to be able to give my wife inspiration for that.
Never
No
need
need to
permission.
ask.
Absolutely.
Yeah, no, take it
It'd
for
be
Walker.
weird if you didn't. Yeah.
Just for Walker. Yeah, you start to hear shouts from everywhere, and then you see two wombats that are more familiar than all the rest, as you see Winona and Walter come walking up to you. Walter leading Winona by the hand. Welcome home, Wilbur.
It's so cute. I can't even look at it.
What is? Has something got my face? Walter? No, you look lovely, dear.
Wilbur will give Winona a great big hug and say it's so nice to see you.
Big squeeze back.
We have I have some friends, and a couple are some first-time guests to the Grove. I hope it's okay.
Yes, yeah. Guar, Eldryn, Saren.
No, Eldrin's not here.
Oh. Everything's okay, I hope.
We assume that Eldryn and Noros are probably in Enoria, where they're from.
Sounds like a conversation after dinner. Everybody, we have some guests with us. Maybe we pull out a couple more onions from the garden. And you see a couple of them like immediately like kind of like they do a little cute like wombat backflip off their chair onto the ground and go and scurry out to grab some more vegetables from the garden. Saren, would you have been walking with Raylor down to here?
Yeah.
Okay. You hear Raylor go, well, that was fucking adorable.
Mother, do you possibly have some healing salve, something for my friend's head? I think his head is bothering him.
Oh, yeah, yes, I'm sure we have something. Did you bump it on the sky? It's so tall. Okay. Come on, duck into here. And you see Raylor kind of like look at you, Saren. It's like a.
She knows what she's doing. Go ahead.
The talking wombat knows what she's doing. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Winona's amazing. Just trust her.
All right. And then heads off with Winona. And Winona kills him instantly.
R.I.P.
You're so tickled with yourself, Joe.
I am. She just takes off the mask and she's grin chilly. She's been crouching down a little ball this whole time.
and then Melibest comes up behind us all and stabs the rest of us.
Yep.
No
Surprise! Grows 6 arms.
Or resentful of Saren.
Strangles Wilbur with the arm that's been amputated from his body.
Yep. Perfect.
We have trauma.
You see a Wilbur. You see a wombat that is walking out of his hut backwards, kind of like almost like sort of stumbling a little bit, and then you see a door slam as you turn and see the pudgy wombat, your best friend Wally.
Hello, Wally.
Okay, you can just be careful with stuff. Wilbur goes and tackles you. Loses his footing, and both of you go down. Kind of like sort of like picks himself back up to be able to like sitting down, just kind of like sitting. You're back. Oh, that must be your friend.
Who?
Just
where's
some tall human just came in, just kicked me out of my house.
Can someone please go get Huxley?
That's fine. I told him, just to not touch anything. So.
Wally, it's not fine.
Also, I do have a pie in there.
You probably worked really hard on it.
Yeah. But you don't have to. If you want to just have someone come bring the pie out, honestly.
Oh, well, I'll take Wally by the hand and walk over to Wally's yurt.
Okay.
And I'm gonna be extra polite about it and knock on the door.
No response.
Huxley, open this door.
No response.
Huxley, what he meant to say was, you are quite skilled at this kind of thing. Could you please find it in your heart to do it?
Well, that's weird. That was a nat 20. That's weird. Opens. I'm getting very weird nat 20s this week. Kind of like opens the door. Is horribly hunched in here.
You can't kick Wally out of his yurt.
He said I could use it.
He doesn't know any better. What are you doing?
Is there any
You're more than
open...
welcome to go to my yurt.
Okay. Which one is it? They all look
It's right over there.
They're the same fucking thing.
It's right over there.
Fine. Closes the door. Walks off. Noticeably avoids eye contact with Sarah. I also just rolled 2 nat 20s in a row. That's weird. Again. Milo, you're walking towards the tree?
Yeah.
Okay. Right. Cool. So as you walk towards it, there is you see the roots that have grown so thick and like these large. This tree is gigantic, right? And so like as you're moving through it, there's moments that you know you're closer to it as the ground just becomes more and more bumpy until you are actually having to walk even like. You're noticing you're even like walking up a steep slant of what you eventually kind of find to be like the root of the tree or one of the roots of the tree as you are like 5 feet above the ground.
Riley?
Response.
I think he's gonna kind of keep walking until he gets to like a decent like where one of the main like boughs breaks separates from the trunk, and just kind of lay in that little nook where the bough and the trunk meet.
Okay. You got it. How long are you staying there?
Honestly, only like a couple minutes. He was probably gonna. The intention is to see if she like gets annoyed and pops up and asks what he's doing. But if it seems like she's not around or whatever, he's gonna pop over with the rest of the group.
I think as you are kind of leaning against the tree, you see a roll me a history check. I kind of think with disadvantage.
Oh, that's fun. With disadvantage?
Yeah.
Makes it an 11.
Okay.
Wait, what? I weirdly have very good history.
Oh, nice. 11 is beats the DC as you see this like little like sort of like figure that's kind of like resting their head on the other side of the tree trunk, and you are as you were laying down, you kind of like lay your back against it, and you see the figure kind of like turns, and like kind of lifts their head slightly, and you recognize it as Wilma.
Oh.
What are you doing here?
What are you doing here?
I live here.
Yeah, that checks out. Yeah, we had to get out of a crazy situation, so this was the calmest place I could think of.
And did you bring it here? As she kind of like does a like an expert like sort of like slide down the other end of the large roots, and now she's kind of like in that same sort of pocket with you.
Mm-hmm.
She says that like in a way of like seemingly like chastising.
Yeah.
But you can tell on her face it's really like just interest.
Mm-hmm. No, we just brought ourselves. You guys are safe right now. How have you been doing? How's you been holding down the fort for Wilbur, huh?
Yeah. I have. Just trying to make sure, everybody stays safe.
Yeah. Been getting you're pretty good last we met. How's your archery doing?
Why don't you ask that tree over there? And she points to a tree that is like miles off.
Mm-hmm.
She points to the forest stuff. Yeah. There's a tree over there that I hit with an arrow.
Oh.
So
were you aiming at the tree? Were you aiming at the tree or the forest?
I was aiming at the X that I carved at the bark of the tree.
Oh. And good job. Then I'm not really good with a bow.
And then I hit the tree.
Nice.
So Wilbur's here?
Yeah, Wilbur. I think he's getting one of our friends. One of our friends was pretty banged up, and so I think Wilbur's over getting him healed up. And
did Wilbur do it?
No, not directly.
But Wilbur let it happen.
I mean, we as a society kind of all let it happen, I guess.
I'm just saying, if you guys felt like Wilbur was really cutting it, I have been doing a pretty good on my archery.
I will say you are on the short list. If something, you're on the like, there's like all of the possibilities of like something should happen, or if we need to have a hard conversation about Wilbur. There's like the long list, and then you're on the like short list.
I'm only like an inch shorter than Wilbur.
Yeah, and you're both like not that much shorter than me.
Yeah, and I hunch, so.
Yeah, so you're probably taller than Wilbur if you were like standing straight up. We
probably
should do that next.
Let's just assume.
Yeah.
Let's just assume I'm taller.
You're right.
So you need to swap Wilbur out?
I think he's doing pretty good right now. He how are you with lightning?
I could spot it like half a mile away.
That's pretty good.
It's not that far.
No. Especially for as tall as or as like high as clouds are. That's pretty good. Wilbur can like sometimes bring lightning a lot closer than that, which is pretty. Like it seems like a similar skill, like just a different step.
I mean, that just sounds like a danger to everybody involved. I feel like that would be really kind of do a lot more harm than good. Also, I don't believe you. So
I will say something. Don't tell Wilbur I said this. It is really cute, because when the like lightning happens, his fur fizzes up, and he just looks like a puffball, like those like those walnuts that fall down and they have those like spikies on them. That's exactly what he looks like when it happens, and it's adorable and kind of terrifying.
Well, I mean, I could do that. I could do that too if you like. If the water's like dumped on me and I shake it off, so that's not that impressive.
Yeah, you're right. I guess I'm pretty new to having fur, so like I don't really know how that works. I guess it was kind of cool to me for a moment.
So Wilbur's probably gonna want to see me, huh?
Oh, he was asking about you. You want to go? Let's go find him. I'll race you there.
About me? He was asking about me?
Yeah, he was, yeah.
That's stupid. All right, let's go see him.
All right, race you. And Milo's gonna run away and use the coin.
Okay.
Wilbur, I saw your sister and told her you were asking about her.
Why is he talking to me this way?
Wilbur, you see bounding kind of like over the hill is Milo, and you see Wilma trying to like catch up for about a good like 10 feet and then stopping and choosing to walk as if like I wasn't ready anyways, or like like defiantly like saying like I'm not participating. But yeah. You see the table is in the process of getting set. So there's still like kind of like a little bit of time. And then I think okay. Winona and Raylor have not come out yet.
Ooh.
Oh, stop it.
Wilbur's mom is gonna steal my boyfriend.
Yep.
I mean, Huxley did.
Damn.
Damn.
Ouch.
Damn.
Ouch. Jeez.
Hux is the only one uncomfortable with that situation. Saren and Raylor don't care.
That's the best part.
Mm-hmm.
When Milo gets closer to Wilbur, Wilbur asks, did you see Riley?
No. At that, Milo's gonna like look around the grove just to see if she's like walking around. And he just hadn't, because he hadn't really looked for her. He was just looking for the tree.
At that, like Wilma kind of like comes up and goes, well, looks like you've been gone too long. You forgot how things work around here. It's super rare that Riley joins us for dinner because she eats tree stuff. other tree stuff?
Like water and soil. Is that what you're saying?
Why are you correcting me?
And probably the sun. She eats the sun. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, and the sun.
And yet it comes up every day.
Well, it's little bites.
Hi, Wilma.
I don't know. And just kind of like comes up to you and kind of gives one of those like those hugs that like the head couldn't be further away, which is funny because you guys are mostly head. So like
Otherwise known as the Christian side hug.
yeah, the
Right.
Christian side hug. Yeah. Yeah. At this point, Winona and Raylor come out. Raylor kind of, actually, kind of funny. Yeah. Okay. Cool. Raylor comes out and is looks great. Looks good. All smiles. Well, what are we having?
Well, we're vegetarians, so it'll be
Great.
mostly grasses.
Raylor
and
is too.
fruits and
decided that.
vegetables.
Fantastic. Wow, where should I sit?
Well, I don't know. Mom, where would you like us to sit?
With us near the head of the table, as it will always be with guests. Also, Guar.
Yeah, yes.
And
I'm like pulling on leaves on the tree,
Wait.
just like looking at them. Yeah.
there's no that would happen. Brumhilda. Also, hi, Hattie. Come on over. Come on.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, I think Brumhilda immediately is like slapping your hand. What are you doing?
It's a nice shape. I like it. Oh, hey.
And you all are now sitting together. You see Raylor is it's a weird time, but hi everyone. I'm Raylor, very excited for this food. Also, thank you for saving my life.
As other wombats start like sitting down at the long table, Wilbur will just say, "That's Whipple, and that's Wonder, and that's Wrinkle, and that's Winger, and that's
Whipple,
Wickham,
Wonder,
and that's Warren, and Wicker, and
Whittle,
Wyndham, and that's Waddle,
Wanham.
Watson, Waylon." Yeah,
And I
there's-
believe, if I
there's
remember,
lots of us.
that's Washer and Wancer and Wixen and
you
Womit
see
and
you see a
Whoopid.
couple of wombats look like point to themselves, point to the other ones.
Warren,
No, am I
Those are
misremembering?
those are not real names.
I'm sorry. I apologize. I just thought I remembered that there's a big battle, and you guys remember that? The battle? That was crazy.
Let's not talk about it.
You
Okay.
see like down the road, almost like a wave of shudders from all the wombats in response to that. I'm just-
Oh,
Please don't talk about it.
sorry. You all did really well, though. I'm really proud of you. Sorry.
You see a couple
Sarah-
of them just kind of like,
Saren just leans over to Raylor and just whispers, "Yeah, we kind of fought giants here, and some knights, and Brother Squar got disintegrated. It was a whole thing."
And I took down a Woe Strider in one hit or two
he
hits.
really likes to talk about that too.
It was awesome.
so is this a safe place?
Well, now.
Yeah,
Now it
because
is.
we killed all those monsters.
Well, I mean, hopefully, it is.
You guys forgetting that they were like possessed? They were monsters.
The giants were possessed, but the other ones weren't.
Yes,
Yeah,
the giants were possessed. The monsters were possessed.
The
Besides the
monster
Woe
we're
Strider.
possessed.
Yeah.
They still suck.
Oh, I consider the Knights of the White. I consider the Knights of the White Flame monsters too. But
Gotcha.
Yeah.
I wish Eldrin had teleport so she could just teleport here and just look at you all sitting here and be like, oh, must be nice.
Must be everybody sitting down, having a nice.
In the most lovely, hospitable place.
Yeah, and you all are enjoying a nice meal. Brumhilda is looking at Saren like she wants to cast a message, but is trying to be polite while eating.
Has Huxley emerged for dinner?
No.
Well, he can starve then. I don't give a fuck.
Jeez.
Suddenly into the beast.
Saren's just eating, looking at Broomhilda like, go ahead.
Go ahead, hurt my feelings.
Mm-hmm.
So, it's. I can't believe I'm the one that's doing this. It's very nice to have your loved one back. We should probably be grilling him a little bit about what happened to put him in that position. Also to see if there's any sort of leftover possession as we have brought him here.
as you're talking about asking him questions and grilling him, I'm talking to Raylor. So you're a vegetarian, huh? Like, so you don't eat bacon, like, ever?
Yeah, no, just, something that in Valshar was just really didn't make sense to, we hunted for leathers and whatnot, but yeah.
Oh. I mean, that makes sense. All due respect to your culture, if you're gonna hunt down an animal, why not use all of it? I'm with you. Use the leather and the bones, make some good arrowheads and some.
Can we not talk about this at dinner, please?
Oh God. Yeah. Sorry. Yeah. So yes, vegetables are delicious, and I take a big bite of a purple carrot.
Why a purple carrot?
I saw something about like medieval, what they ate in medieval times, and the carrots were purple back then because they hadn't been bred to be orange yet. So
I've had purple carrots. I've had purple carrots in my lifetime. They're good.
Yeah. They taste just like orange carrots, except purple.
This sounds like some fucking Alice in Wonderland shit.
Purple
Like,
carrot.
It's real.
Yeah.
Look it up.
I fully believe you. It is
I
odd.
believe you.
Some of you don't shop at Trader Joe's, and it shows.
I shop at
Wow.
Trader. I've
Exactly.
never seen a purple carrot
Wow.
there.
Honey, go into the kitchen and grab whatever we have that's Trader Joe's that's left. We have
I
some
got raviolis.
raviolis. There you go.
Are they purple?
They're
Oh,
not.
yes.
They're made of something that's not normal, though. So I guess, yeah.
Touche.
Anyways, all right.
You got me.
Yeah, I got you there. So there. I do think like Raylor kind of interests. Like, well, it's honestly it's okay. We use every part of the animal. We try to respect the animal as much as possible. And actually, honestly, a lot of the pieces of like deer or foxes, raccoons are actually very useful for multiple things. If you're having the teeth, it's actually very easy. And then looks at Saren, who like, what is Saren's response as he's going into detail?
She just looks at Goran and says, "He's just the weird one that doesn't eat meat. The rest of us really mostly do."
Oh, okay. Well, I mean, again, I totally respect your choices. I just, if you're gonna kill the animal, you might as well use it all, But if it sounds like you all do, you just choose not to do that part. That's fine. Yeah.
Thank you. Right? Thank you.
Wombats
Yes.
have
What was Guar? Was it?
exceptional hearing.
Yes. Yeah. Raylor, right?
Yes. Yes.
Saren's told us a lot about you.
Oh. How lovely.
It is. She, I don't know if you know this, but she thinks you're pretty great. So
Goran, we've been together for 40 years. I hope he knows that by now.
Well, you know, I mean, where he was in that condition. I mean, maybe memory stuff. I mean,
Are you insinuating that Saren is forgettable?
Trust me. Looks at Saren at that and goes,
no.
I remember everything.
You do. You remember? Oh, yeah, I clocked the look between the two.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So Volmos, how did you two? What do you know about Volmos? I mean, did you know you were in there together?
Oh, you're still talking to him about Volmos? Let's go.
Yeah.
The smile just fully disappears.
Yeah. I'm uncomfortable, so I immediately change the subject.
Saren
looks Volmos. I love that so much. Yeah.
Saren looks at Broomhilda and goes, "Well, we've had about 2 minutes of time together. I was gonna wait to discuss all of that. We have 3 years of things to catch up on, but if Gwar wants to go right into it right now, in front of all of Wilbur's family, I guess that's fine too."
You know what I find interesting? Did you know that there are some places that actually these carrots are orange, which I think is the reasoning on that has something to do with something that's called photosynthesis, which is a connection with the sun and the.
We got to work on your definition of interesting, bud.
Hey, that was interesting. I liked it. I liked it a lot. So I normally eat orange carrots, but these purple ones taste the same, but purple. So I see no problem with it, but I also like the orange ones too. Thanks for bringing that up.
It's just a very awkward silence at that. Cereal just going back to your food.
Saren looks back up at Broomhilda. Also, I think he's fine, possession-wise.
Okay.
Yeah, can you?
That's
should we like?
Sorry.
Is there like a detect magic or detect other beings sort of thing that we can?
Yeah.
I know you're probably pretty tapped today. You saved our ass a lot. You saved our butts a lot. I'm sorry.
Well, we were. Yeah, I kind of did that as soon as we had a moment, and he was clean on that end. Sorry, Raylor, if that was intrusive, but Raylor threw a just a lot of carrots and it's fine. Looks at Sarah next, goes, just as that.
You're not possessed, right?
I don't think so.
Cool. End of conversation then. See, we're good.
Sounds like something someone who is possessed would say, and I say that with like a little, with like a wink, with a wink.
I mean, you would know Gwar is the only one in the group that has been possessed.
Oh yeah, like 4 times.
Oh.
Yeah.
He keeps touching stuff.
It was really bad. Yeah. Well, it was just a sword, and then he had that connection to me from when I was in the cult, and then that was really, but I severed that because I forgave myself, and that was really important to me, and I think that really helped. I was in that prison cell, and that's where I met Volmos, and then we got out, and then we came here as sometime later, and then we got you out of there. So then here we are.
Oh, he also still talks to one of his weapons in his head, but apparently that's not possession. That's a different thing.
That's
actually
that's my patron. Actually,
I wish I had food to stuff in my mouth for this. Actually, that's not that weird.
Thank you, Raylor.
Very common thing for any people that have any sort of deity or patron that they call it patron. But yeah, it's a very cool thing.
Thank you, Raylor. I have both. I have Bahamut and I have Celeste, and it's great. I just don't talk about it as much as, Eldrin talks about her god because, I'm more secure in my relationship with my god. So, I don't need to like talk about it all the time. I heard statistically, like the more you talk about how great your god is, the more insecure your relationship with the god is. So, I don't really need to talk about it that much. So.
Okay. Who's Eldrin?
Oh, she's the one that kind of saved your life.
It's Volmos' sister.
Yeah, the one with the blanket.
blue one with the long hair.
This food is so good.
Also, hi, I'm Milo.
Oh, hi. Raylor. Nice to meet you. Are you a North American or South American halfling?
South man. About as far south as you can go before you get wet.
Oh, that's definitively not true. It looks at Sarah and it laughs. Sorry.
Jesus.
Well, based on that logic, you could really get wet anywhere if the situation is right.
Wilbur is holding a conversation with Winona and Walter in the background, so they're not hearing any of this.
Yeah, Winona's like trying to catch up with you. Like, okay, so what happened? Wilbur, do you talk about Eldrin and all with Winona at the table here?
I think all Wilbur would say at the table is just repeating, like, we believe that Eldryn and Noros are probably in Enoria.
Okay.
She's not here right now.
Well, I'm sure she's missing you all dearly.
Some of us. Yes.
With every Eldritch blast, she's missing us.
Raylor, what do you think happens here? Yeah, I think Raylor goes, is Huxley not joining us?
If there's one thing that we've learned about Huxley, it's Huxley's gonna do whatever he damn well pleases.
Yeah, pretty much that.
Yes, well.
Huxley, food's ready.
You hear a response from Huxley. That's the last time this is gonna work. I'm gonna turn them all off now. You see Raylor just go, well, there's a little bit of awkwardness there, I'm sure. Would you, and looks at Saren for a moment, would you mind if I... It would probably be best if I did have a short conversation with him.
Go ahead.
Were you gonna say something?
Do you need me to come with you, or do you want to go alone?
I think for this conversation, I'll be alone. But thank you.
Don't be too hard on him. That's what she said. God damn it.
Wait, hold on, wait. How much of this is in character? Hold on,
no,
wait.
that was not in character. I just said it and I was like, oh god, no.
Okay, so you said don't be too hard on him.
Yeah.
In
I
character.
did.
Kind of gives you a look. well, I'm not sure what he told you, but, I owe him a very long apology. So, well, I think this is in character. This giggles all around. I don't.
Okay,
know what's so, I don't know what's so funny. But thank you all. I'll be back.
Not
Bye.
You see Brumhilda look at Igor. Quar, seriously.
What? You're gonna call me out amongst all of this?
I'm just, just come on.
Where are we going?
And you see her like smile a little bit, like from under her food. That she has a fork. She has a fork. She conjured a fork for this.
Of course she did.
Yeah. Yeah, and I think we zoom up from this, and we're going to cut away just for a second as we. I'd like to end with a little bit of a conversation with Eldryn. Eldryn, you are standing at the front door, or the bedroom door of your father. Noros is right next to you.
Eldryn hesitates and then knocks on the door.
Yeah.
Father?
Oh.
Can I come in?
Eldryn, yeah, yes, of course.
Does he open the door?
You said come in, and he said of course.
Okay.
There's also like a point of like if he's on the bed, he's like 30 feet away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Eldryn will open the door.
You see him. That'd be crazy that he'd be laying on the bed. He's like sitting at a desk. That'd be super
like,
weird and awkward. He's
like, hello.
he's just blanket over. It's over his head.
What do you want? He's like, what do you want, daughter? I miss your mother so much.
How can I help? How can I help you?
As bad as Saras. Yeah, Eldryn will come in and see him at the desk.
I'm good.
Depressed.
I'm good.
Yeah, Eldryn will walk in and beckon Noros to follow because I feel like Noros gets awkward.
He gets up from the desk when you come in, push out his chair, and then comes up to you and gives you a very big hug. And it's a little too long. So like truthfully, like he's missing. He's missing the comfort of family, I think, right now.
Hold on. If I can keep it together. No. Eldryn does not tense up like she did for Guar, and she starts to cry. And tries to stop herself from crying. And then hugs him like a lot tighter.
He starts tearing up at that and starts whispering to you, "It's okay. It's all right. We're here. We're here now. It's okay." And you see Noros like kind of looking off in the distance, and smiles, and he walks out, closes the door behind him. And I think in that moment of just embracing each other, father and daughter, in moments of feeling lost, disconnected, I think there is a long pause as the beginning of this exchange. The important part of this exchange is not the words, just the feelings. As your father is just holding you. And a little bit of that wall, that feeling of this all being a dream with no control, with no connection. Starts to fall away. And I can't think of a better moment than there to end this session. So, yeah. With that, we'll end tonight's session. We'll see you guys next week.